infinitive phrases with zu. So modal verbs we've done in chapter 3. We've done lots of other verbs too, but the cool thing about modal verbs is they don't use the word zu when you put a modal together with another verb. In English, a lot of times we will do this. For example, I want to eat. Well, in German, that to is included in the verb. However, when you use all other verbs, not modal verbs, you have to put a zu in front of the verb like we do in English. So, for example, the way you know the difference between this, ask yourself, is it a modal verb? If it's a modal verb, don't worry about it. If it's any other verb besides modals, we want to put a zu with it. So I've got some examples here, and I'm comparing modal verbs with other verbs. Ich kann sehr gut tanzen. I can dance very well. Now, if I want to use the verb tanzen with another verb, ich finde es interessant zu tanzen. I find it interesting to dance. I've got to put the word zu there in front of it. So it basically works just like modal verbs. You're going to kick that other verb to the end, but you put the little bitty word zu in front of it. Okay, second example, wir sollen Mathe lernen. We should learn math, or we should study math. Study for a test. Sollen, kick the verb to the end. Well, if I use any other verb besides a modal, I've got to put a zu in front of it. Wir hoffen, Mathe zu studieren. So we want to look at this part. So in English, if I translate this literally, we hope math to study. We know that the German language has this fascination with putting the second verb at the end. We're still going to do that, but in the phrase to study math, in English we would put the word math last. German, we want the verb last. You're going to kind of set that off from your main sentence with a comma, and then kind of put it backwards. Math to study. We hope math to study. We find it interesting to dance. That one's kind of normal. Okay, last one. Er will das Fenster aufmachen. He wants to open the window. Notice our verb is at the end. This is a separable prefix verb. So, if this had not been a modal, you know I would pull it apart. We're going to do that over here because just like the past tense where we had to put a g in there, es macht Spaß, das Fenster aufzumachen. This is still an infinitive at the end. However, where I would normally put it apart, that's where I'm going to put the word zu. Es macht Spaß, das Fenster aufzumachen. It's fun to open the window. Crazy sentence, but it gets the point across. So, es macht Spaß is not a modal verb. Therefore, we have to use the word zu right in front of our verb. It's also separable prefix. So, I've got to put the zu there. Now, I don't have to use a separable prefix here. I could have used any other verb in the world. I could have said, es macht Spaß, das Fenster zu waschen. It's fun to wash the window. Es macht Spaß, das Fenster zu kaufen. It's fun to buy the window. So you could do all sorts of examples here. Anyway, I'll give you some more examples in the next video. As always, send me an email if you have questions or call me up. Tschüss.